You know, I got to call Coachella out again this year. Last year, there was a year before that there was a performance where they had the indigenous people locally on the main stage. But the difference was of this one I'm talking about today is that the indigenous people of the area only had to share the stage with somebody that was big named, and they couldn't put their own performance on for their own traditional song.
Like to offer them the mic so they can give you a sense of their very important context here in Coachella. Who's going
Or
to take the mic?
songs. I mean, I could think of a million things about why I could put it back of that screen. But if you're gonna be using some name like they did the last time, it just takes over what they're there for. And what you're there for too is to give at least some respect and acknowledgement, land acknowledgement, and at least acknowledge the fact that they're of the people that still do this for thousands of years, and it's not just a joke. I see this. And I'm not just saying people that are sharing this on the indigenous side. I don't want you guys to take bad about this, all right? I want you guys just to understand this. Just understand this from a local point of view. They had a mariachi group out there. Now, I want to count them as being indigenous, perhaps. But if they don't want to count themselves, that's up to them. But it's an indigenous group from another area, from the south area, okay? It's not from our area. And they get a main stage. They get a main stage. I mean, they get to tell their story they want to, the way they want to. They even got to go in the crowd the way they want to. Now, I'm happy to see that all happen for them. Just to let you know that. I'm happy to see it happen. It was a very good performance, what I saw. Although I don't understand Spanish, that doesn't mean anything. It was a great performance. But I'm going to tell you something right now. Just as long as people don't understand, like, say, Korea, and we put on a good performance, it doesn't mean that we're not. Just like they weren't. Or they are. So I want people to understand that there's a big difference right here when you allow another group of another area to have the spotlight over some of the people here locally. They should have the spotlight and can hold it. And I've seen them hold it because I've shared their spotlight with them sometimes. And I've seen them share the spotlight on their own. And I'm telling you one thing, they can hold it on their own. They can hold the talent on their own. You don't need some help to help them along, just like those ladies didn't. And these men and women of the Korea culture called bird singing don't need help to show what they can do with their lives and what they can do all this time that they've done with these songs. And for you to not let them show that, it infuriates me a lot to see that you allow another group to do what they want, and it's okay. I'm glad that you allow the other group, but not to let the group that's allowing you to be in their land to show this stuff off, to be here doing business, and you're not doing right by them. You should think about that for a moment. You know who I am. You want to contact me if you want, because I've worked with all of them, or most of them. Most of them have been around, and I worked with some of their elders. And I know what you're doing right now, putting them in the back row while putting everybody out front, is wrong. It's wrong. But it is what it is, right? It's for the sign of the times. We've been here 20,000 years plus, at least the songs have been. I'm pretty sure we'll still be here after when everybody's gone.
A sense of their very important context here in Coachella. Who's going to take the mic?
And one more thing about other people that might get upset because I'm saying this about what's not fair and stuff. Don't accept the crumbs they give you. Accept what's right. And if you keep accepting the shit that they're giving you when they're doing it in front of your face, well, look what it turns out to be. So come on, support each other, support one another. I support those ladies, I do, but I'm also supporting the fact that we never get our story out there in the way we want to, our way. It's just a bigger screen, yeah, but they always have to have something over it, right? Even with my stuff, okay? Just not, there's nothing that says all you want to do is just get the story out about what we're about the way that we want to say it the way we want to. So if you accept this shit the way they wanted to put it out there the way they do, we'll never get it out there. They're gonna keep dangling it in front of you. Now I know a lot of you get mad and you get upset. Well, turn that around and go back around and tell them, hey, I demand that next time. Don't be including other people and not including us the same way. That's all you gotta say. No one said to exclude anybody. People are saying. People are just saying what they're saying. It isn't what it is. It is what it is. It's chicken shit. Because you can't turn around and just show another group all happy, and then the other one that's just hosting you and allowing you to be there is just up in the air. We don't really care about how you feel or what your story is, and you don't even allow them to get better every year either. If you're gonna have them there every year, hey, allow them to get better and grow, like the way you stage that allows new groups to come in and be there first, right? And they go to that group, they go to that stage first, and they'll graduate to another stage another year. Well, if they allow the groups to go ahead and graduate and develop during Coachella, well, why don't they do the same thing with indigenous people that are there? One year they show up really good, and next year they show up even better. I've seen their performances. I've seen them. And you want to turn around and tell me that they're not worth showing out there in the big screen like that or the big area? I think they are. They put on a great show.